Hey you guys, what's going on? What's happening on the Kern River? You're about to find out.
This episode is brought to you by Kern River Fly Shop, the most reliable and accurate fishing report for the Southern Sierra and Kern River Valley area. Now here's your host, Guy Jeans.
Hey you guys, welcome to the podcast. You know, current conditions in Kernville right now, the air temperature is 77 degrees and we have a low temperature of 53 degrees. So through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday this week, we're going to see temperatures in the 80 to 84 degrees. Pretty awesome. Hey, this is a shot of looking down at Camp 3 at the beautiful Kern River Valley. You got Split Mountain up there in the right-hand corner. And it's a great place to check out during this time of the year. We have a variety of things to do. Not only fly fishing, but you can boat, you can ride mountain bikes. There are all kinds of cool stuff you can do. This is the flows right now. They're about 900 CFS in this section. You know, this section right here from the Fairview Dam down to Kernville is a little bit lower than the section in Kernville. So you can see it's flowing about 900 here in this shot. Water's clear, and you can get into still some decent fishable water, that's for sure. Lots of pockets and pools you can explore, and you can fish the edges. Hatches are still the same. We got some black stoneflies hatching, some March Browns kind of sporadic, and some blue wing olives. And so using some dry flies in the afternoons in some of those big pools, you'll definitely stick some fish down. Here got an indicator going and a couple of nymphs below and fishing some of the deeper runs. There, picked up a fish right there. Water temperature is 54 degrees and you know, it's roughly in that area. It'll start warming up as we get into warmer days. But with those warmer days, we're going to see some of the water flows come up. It's very typical this time of year. You know, we're pretty good fishing the first 2-3 weeks of April, and then all of a sudden we start getting warm weather, and we start seeing higher flows. Here's some shots of some of the mayflies underneath some of the rocks. A lot of them are olive in color, olive and brown, as you can see. You know, the Kern River, the Upper Kern River, great stonefly stream, so don't forget about those stoneflies. You can see all the rocks in the riffles, lots of oxygenated water. And this is a shot of the Thunderbird area. You can see it's not terribly flowing high at the 900 CFS mark. Same with this, looking up at the upper stretches of Thunderbird, you can see the flows aren't terribly bad. You can get out and wait a little bit. Still got to be careful, it'll still knock you over. But you can at least get out there and have a good time. You know, the wonderful Isabella Flats, what an amazing fishery we have. You know, when the water comes up on the upper Kern, you know, we have this beautiful fishery. We can fish for all kinds of variety of species. It's an amazing place to be able to go. Both the South Fork and the North Fork drain into this reservoir. And during this time of year, I'm going to show you guys right now, these carp will gather around the trees. And if you've never caught a carp on a fly, you got to give it a chance, give it a try, and have some fun doing it. It is a hoot. They haven't come in onto the flats yet. They're kind of hanging in and around the trees, as you guys can see. Got this great shot from my drone. And you can see they're just kind of suspended there. That's actually a live shot of them kind of hanging out and swimming. They're not moving.
And as the river, the upper Kern River, starts getting big and the snow starts to melt, we start looking for alternatives to fly fishing. And so you can fish Lake Isabella, you can fish for carp, you can fish for bass, you can fish for crappie. It's a great alternative. It's super fun. You can use your float tube, you can use a boat, you can fish from the shore like I am right now. It's the middle of the day. It's 2 o'clock. And I'm catching bass on the surface with a blue damselfly right here, just letting it land on the surface, and then I'm giving it some strips and I'm picking up some bass. It's super fun. So I want you guys to check this out. I'm going to show you a couple clips of catching some fish on topwater in the middle of the day here at Isabella. So check it out.
So giving that damselfly a little bit of movement, once you cast out there, give it a little bit of movement and they'll attack it. It's a lot of fun. Super fun on a fly rod. I have not seen
bass on a damselfly.
Lake Isabella
check that out.
Shoreline
on topwater.
packed
How
with
cool
this
is
many
that?
bass in a long time. We have a great water year last year, and obviously we had a great spawn, so tons of bass. It's going to be an epic year. We've already been getting some double-digit bass from some of the bass folks out there in their boats. They've been getting some giant bass. And Lake Isabella is kind of known for that, for having some big bass, so you can have a lot of fun. And it's, if you like fishing top water, just from the shore, I mean, look at that. It's just a blast. Fishing frog-type patterns. And a tip for you guys, if you're fishing frog patterns or poppers or stuff like that, is do a couple strips and then pause. You can see how I'm stripping, and then pausing. That is deadly for bass. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening and watching the podcast. Really appreciate it. If you guys can, to help out the YouTube channels, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell right there. And it really helps out the channel. And it'll let you also know when I'm putting out another video. So thank you very much, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next week.